Something's cooking in the kitchen.
Hello everyone, welcome to Clove Chef Live. We're really excited to bring you a really great cooking experience. So today we have basically a little cooking demo for you guys during your lunch. That way you guys can really see and indulge in some really great recipes. So tonight we're actually working with and cooking with Global Belly. This is Madhuri Sharma. She is the COO of Global Belly. Welcome.
Hi Mario, I'm really glad that we could kind of showcase a little bit about our product as well as talk about Clove and how it can really enhance the home chef's experience. So a little bit about Global Belly. We make it extremely easy to cook international cuisines at home, like Indian and Thai cuisines. You know, a lot of these cuisines, people love to eat out at restaurants or get takeout, but unfortunately they have no idea how to begin to cook these at home. It's actually very simple. It's just about finding the right ingredients. So we send you all the ingredients you need to make very authentic recipes. All of our recipe cards are extremely easy to follow. So let's take a look at our box. Today we're going to be cooking Malabar Paneer Curry, and we'll be talking a little bit about this recipe in detail.
Wow, take a look.
And usually with our kits, you know, we also include, you know, a little bit about the region that the dish is coming from. In this case, it's, you know, about Malabar.
Mm-hmm. So there's an education piece to the food,
yes,
right?
Yeah,
okay.
We always try, especially because it is an international cuisine, we want to make sure that you're getting a little bit of the cultural experience that goes with cooking the dish. We send you ingredient cards to tell you a little bit about the special ingredients that we send you.
Okay.
And just, you know, in terms of, you know, the history of ingredients and the recipes themselves.
Right.
Our
And
kits, usually in a box we have 2 to 3 kits. So
And then what sort of recipes you gonna really want to focus on? Like, what's kind of the introduction that you want you know, your customers to really experience?
We really focus on very authentic recipes. We highlight regional recipes. So you'll be cooking, a lot of people when they think about Indian food, they're really only thinking about, you know, chicken tikka masala and saag paneer, which are actually only from one region of India.
Yeah.
But our recipes, obviously we include those recipes as well, but we also take you sort of on a culinary journey across the different regions of India and Thailand through the recipes. And so I think that sort of regionalism is important.
I think people, especially with India, such a large country, people forget all the regions, all like the flavors and how it changes across the landscape of the country. So I think that's really interesting. I'm really excited to see your whole like roster recipe. So globalbelly.com, correct?
Yes, globalbelly.com.
Okay.
So today we're cooking Malabar Paneer Curry. And let's go ahead and start working with
Clove Chef. So basically, what we want to also bring to light is basically the experience that we're trying to bring to everyone's household, everyone's kitchen with Clove Chef. So basically, Clove Chef is I would say, more of a voice-first platform for recipes. So what it does is actually helps you cook at home, gives you a lot more options as far as giving your dietary restrictions or preferences. And it really gives you step-by-step instructions on how to really execute any of these recipes, whether they're simple or complex or whatnot. And all depending on your, I guess, level of experience cooking-wise, it'll give you chef tips along the way, just to really help to tutor you and help you through the recipe, no matter how difficult it is or your, you know, your level of expertise in cooking. So basically right now, you know, Clove Chef is available on Amazon Alexa. There she is. And basically we're going to kind of walk through the recipe and just also see exactly how you can, you know, cook with this at home. All you actually really have to say is, Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome to Clove Chef. I'm your cooking assistant. What would you like to cook today?
Malabar Paneer Curry.
Okay, Malabar Paneer Curry provided by Global Belly. Shall we get started?
Yes.
Let's start by making sure we have all the ingredients.
All right.
Do you want me to read them one by one?
No.
The first ingredients for Malabar paneer curry are 8 ounces paneer,
Okay, got that.
1 teaspoon mustard seeds,
Got that.
half teaspoon fenugreek seeds,
It's here too.
Okay. Alexa, what's next?
You'll also need 6 curry leaves,
Awesome.
1
Nice.
teaspoon coriander,
So this
1
is great.
teaspoon garam masala,
We package all of the spices that go in the same step together to make that easier.
Cool. Alexa, what's next?
You'll need half teaspoon turmeric,
Yep, that's in this one as well.
half teaspoon pepper powder,
Here's the pepper.
1 teaspoon cumin powder,
Alexa, what's next?
Next, you need 1 onion,
Got it.
Cool.
2 tomatoes,
Right here.
160 milliliters coconut milk,
Awesome.
Alexa, what's next?
Next, you need 1 inch ginger,
Perfect.
2 garlic cloves,
Perfect.
1 cup rice.
Awesome. That's great. I love that she goes through all the ingredients. You can make sure that you got everything.
Yeah.
And you just I hate having to search for ingredients like while you're cooking. That's you usually end up ruining the dish that way. So that's awesome.
And I also think like the best part is like these spices are sometimes very hard to find, and the fact that
Next, to hear more.
you've actually put it all together for the customer, I think it's great. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of these ingredients are like garam masala, a little bit hard to
You
find,
don't seem to have any special code available.
but having turmeric, everything together actually really works out.
Yeah, and we try not to be elusive. We will tell you exactly what this is. It's not going to be a bag of spices that are called masala. It says specifically what goes into it: cumin, coriander, garam masala, turmeric. So we try to make sure that the consumer knows everything that's actually going into their food.
Right.
So let's get cooking.
Okay, Alexa, open Clove Chef.
I'm not sure.
Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Finally, you'll need salt,
Okay, got the salt.
oil. That's all the ingredients we need. Shall
Great.
we get started with the first step?
Yes.
Let's get started with the first step. In addition to the list of ingredients, please gather 1 medium pot for rice,
Okay.
a large pot, a grater or microplane,
Okay.
a measuring cup,
Yep.
a chef's knife,
My knife.
and a cutting board.
Got my board.
Alexa, what's next?
First, we will prepare a few ingredients. Be sure to keep all ingredients aside separately.
Okay.
Finely dice 1 onion.
Awesome. So it's great. I like that she walks you through the prep as well. We believe doing all the prep before you start cooking is another great way to save time and actually makes the cooking process a little bit more enjoyable. You get all the stuff, the boring stuff about cutting vegetables and things like that out of the way. You can actually get to the cooking faster that way.
And then what if you provide all the ingredients to the customer and everything else? What if they just kind of want to really partake into the spices you have and other things? Like, what's kind of an option for that?
Right. So we really have a variety of different products.
Do you want to proceed now?
We have a
No.
meal kit product where we send you all the ingredients,
Let me know
including the
once you
fresh
are ready to
ingredients
proceed to the next step
and
by
the
saying Alexa,
protein and
open
everything
Clove
that goes into the recipe. But we also know that not everybody would, wants to get a full meal kit. A lot of people enjoy going to their grocery stores. And so we're able to send you just the hard to find dry ingredients like the spices, the turmeric, the rices, the noodles. That way you can just pick up your own onions and tomatoes and ginger, garlic, and whatever protein you wish to add in. and you can make the authentic recipes that way.
Okay. So we get that all diced up, right?
Yeah, so
okay.
we're done with the onion.
Okay. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off. Locate the 2 tomatoes and slice them to a medium dice. Chef's tip, the acid in the tomatoes will help to break down the other ingredients and also give a nice balance of flavor to the dish.
That's really nice. I like that it includes a little bit about the process of cooking and how the ingredients kind of work together.
Yeah, we're really trying to also give kind of the education piece, just like you guys are doing as far as like cuisines, regional, and everything else. We're really trying to get the cook at home to learn a little bit more about the ingredients that they're having, but also the simple ingredients like garlic and tomatoes, how to really sear a steak properly. We'll really try and highlight those things. That way you get a little bit more depth as far as the cooking wise, and also, you know, when you look at the Food Network, you get some of those tips, but this is actually very interactive and happens, you know, to be very relevant to what exactly you're cooking.
Now?
Awesome. Yeah, we can go on to the next step. This should be done.
Yes.
Let me know once you are ready to proceed to the next step by saying, Alexa, open Clove Chef.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off. Take the 2 garlic cloves and grate or finely mince them. Chef's tip, sprinkling a little salt on your cutting board will keep the garlic from sticking to your knife while you slice.
That's a great chef's tip.
Do you want to try that out?
Yeah.
I guess with salt.
Totally will. And, you know, a lot of people don't want to, you know, mince garlic. They want to get their hands too garlicky. You can always take this to a microplane or a grater.
Yeah.
And that's also a really fast way to mince garlic or ginger or any of those ingredients that require sort of a very fine dice.
Well, I like a lot of garlic, so I added that 3rd one in there for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love garlic too.
Okay, so let's see. Let's jump to the next one. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Okay, I'll wait some more. You can invoke me anytime by saying, Alexa, what's next?
Alexa, what's next?
Take the ginger knob and grate or finely mince. Chef's tip, since the skin of ginger is very delicate, use a spoon to peel the root.
That's great. You know, sometimes I don't have a peeler around, and it's a great tip actually, because ginger is kind of a strange shape. So you know, when you use a peeler, you actually end up getting rid of a lot of the ginger
Right,
instead.
exactly.
But using a spoon, you're able to just really get just the skin off, and you can actually utilize more of the ginger. And more ginger is more flavor, so that's great.
Want me to do it?
Yeah, we'd love
Okay.
that.
I'll do this over here. So we have, I think there's only one more thing to prep, right? The paneer, I
I
believe?
think so.
Okay.
We can, you want to
Yeah.
see what the last
Do you
step
want
is?
to
and-
proceed now?
Yes.
Cut the 8 ounces paneer into 1-inch cubes.
There you go. So do you want me to mince this? I mean,
Grate it? Yeah. and
Yeah.
the graters right
Okay.
there. You can grate it right into the same bowl with the
Alright.
garlic. Garlic and ginger are really important ingredients in Indian cuisine. You know, they get added at the very beginning of the cooking process, and they really give the entire dish a very base aromatic flavor. You know, it's important to really cook them well. The cooked garlic has a very different flavor, and cooked ginger has a very different flavor than raw. You know, you really can't supplement garlic and ginger with powders when you're cooking.
Do you want
It's
to
a very
proceed
different
now?
different flavor.
Yes.
You can say next or go ahead to go to the next step, or skip to skip any timer, or stop to stop the recipe. To go back, you can say go back, or start over to start the recipe from the beginning.
That's good.
Alexa,
Let me know once you are ready to proceed to the next step by saying, Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Alexa, open Clove Chef. So we have everything
Welcome
here.
back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off. Heat a large pot over medium-high heat until it's dry.
Okay.
Add 1 tablespoon oil to the heated pan, preferably coconut. Chef's tip: to avoid oil from spluttering, make sure the pan is completely dry before adding the oil to it.
That's great. A lot of people don't realize, but when oil and water mix in a hot pan, it creates a splatter, and it can lead to a lot of anxiety.
It's one of those things you learn really quickly. So if you
Always
if you
wipe
do burn
your
yourself,
hands before you put any oil in them. That's great.
Alexa, what's next?
Stir in the 1 teaspoon mustard and half a teaspoon fenugreek seeds to the pan.
This is great. So the beginning.
Toast until mustard seeds become gray and pop.
I'll open these for you.
The beginning of this dish requires us to actually bloom our spices in oil. And blooming spices in oil, what that does is all the aromatic compounds from these amazing spices like mustard seeds and fenugreek, they infuse the oil, and then the whole dish has that infusion, with every single bite. Indian cuisine specifically, the reason why it's so fragrant and aromatic is usually because of this particular step. So mustard seeds, there's a variety of different types of mustard seeds.
I've seen, I'm used to the yellow ones, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the yellow ones are more common. You can find them in your local grocery store. These are black mustard seeds, and they're a slightly different flavor. They're a little bit more of a deeper, peppery, almost flavor.
So they're a bit spicier. How can you make mustard out of them? Like normally as you would anything else, or?
Not really. I mean, yeah, you can create. I mean, it's a great way to. I would use them almost similar to like cumin seeds.
Okay.
Where you would toast them in a bit of oil and then toss that with your vegetables or anything like that. So again, it kind of gives you a little bit of a pop and a little bit of a crunch as well.
Got it. Okay. Alexa, what's next?
Now, we will stir in a few items. Let's start with the chopped onions.
Put the box back there so that
The grated ginger.
Sure.
Garlic.
Let me grab these
And
guys.
6 curry leaves. Cook for 7 to 8 minutes or until onions are golden brown. Chef's tip: the lack of vitamin B is linked directly to hair loss. Curry leaves help in new hair growth as well as makes your hair strong and healthy. You can ask to open clove chef when the onions are golden brown.
Okay, so that tip about the curry, tell me a little bit more about, what does the curry have to really enhance the growth of your hair and everything?
Yeah, so I mean, all of these ingredients actually, they're coming up now with new studies that show how, things like turmeric and curry leaves and fenugreek can be add a nutritional element to your meal. Curry leaves are really good for blood pressure as well, and yes, the hair growth is a definite plus. I'm always trying to get my husband to eat more curry leaves. And things like.
Is he bald?
No, he's not. Oh my god, no.
I thought you're like subtly telling like, hey, the hair is receding. Use a little bit more curry leaves.
But see I don't know if you could smell it, but the second you add the curry leaves in there, it's like this very deep, grassy sort of anise flavor.
Yeah.
And again, because it's blooming in the oil with the ginger and the garlic, I mean, this is sort of the base of the curry. This is what gives you that like curry kind of flavor.
Right. So what happens with the seeds? Like, are we keeping all the seeds in there when you cook it?
Yes.
Is it still going to be like hard to eat, or is it just soften?
No, they will totally soften. If anything, they'll add a little bit of, like I said, a pop, like a crunch. But they don't get stuck in your teeth, and it's not, and a lot of people don't really know fenugreek comes in a lot of different forms. Like today, we're using the seeds, but in another recipe, like our butter chicken, we use dried fenugreek leaves. And both have a very different flavor. They're added at different points in the dish too. Usually, when you use the seeds, you add them in at the beginning when we're blooming the spices.
Okay.
But when you add the leaves, it's like an herb, so you would add that closer to the end.
Right. So I'm looking at the butter chicken recipe. So, the spices are in there: garam masala, turmeric, coriander, everything else, fenugreek as well. Is this a common theme as far as spices are concerned with like Indian cuisine? These are the basic spices that usually are in most recipes, or?
Yeah, well, you'll see some common ingredients in most recipes. Cumin, coriander powder, turmeric are basically in across all the recipes in various regions. You'll also see shared ingredients with certain regions, like mustard seeds are common in South Indian cuisine, but they're also used in Bengali cuisine.
Okay.
So and this particular dish, it actually comes from the Malabar coast, which covers the shoreline on the southwestern side of India, and it's actually across 3 different states: Kerala, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. And all 3 states have a different sort of cuisine with different ingredients and different sort of palettes.
Right. Okay.
And so what's interesting is to see sort of even the variance within like a microregion like the Malabar coast.
So this is more coastal food?
Yeah.
Lighter, or this is kind of more of a...
Actually, the Malabar coast is known for its spices. It's sort of where the spice trade began.
Right.
Most people associate it with pepper because most pepper comes from the Malabar coast, actually. So Tellicherry and Malabar peppercorns were cultivated in Kerala, in this region.
Okay.
And so a lot of people also associate it with like coconut because there's a lot of coconut groves as well. It gets a lot of heavy rain during the monsoon season, and so there's special vegetables and fruits and.
So this is where
this
comes into play, right?
Yes, coconut. Okay. Yeah, you will see a lot of use of coconut milk.
Okay.
Dried coconut, coconut sugar, coconut vinegar. They really utilize a lot of the coconut products in their cooking.
Okay. How's that looking? Good?
It looks good. I think we can go to the next step. Yeah.
Okay. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off. Have the onions cooked down and look golden brown?
Yes.
Cool. Now, stir in the diced tomatoes.
Okay.
And add 1/4 cup of water.
That's great. I actually love that I don't have to look at a recipe card while I'm doing this.
Your recipe cards are they're pretty. I like the pictures and everything.
Yeah, we try to make it very easy to read, very simple 6-step process. Yeah. But it's always great, when you can glance over the recipe. I always tell people when you're cooking anything, you always want to read through the entire recipe first, so you get an idea of what you're about to do.
Right.
You make sure that you have everything that it requires, and then using something like Clove Chef would be great because I already have an understanding of what I'm going to make, and now I can just have Alexa guide me.
Yeah.
Do you want to proceed now?
No.
Yeah, this is to cook.
Okay, I'll wait some more. You can invoke me anytime by saying, Alexa, what's next?
So this is going to cook for how long?
It's going to cook for about, I'd say, depending on your pan, I'd say about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
You really want the onions and the tomatoes to completely break down into a sauce. So it'll have to boil for a little bit and kind of thicken up.
Okay.
It should be good in about 10 minutes. If you use a shallow, larger pan, it may thicken up a little bit sooner. And if you use a taller pot, it may take a little bit longer.
Okay, cool. So that's going to cook down for a little bit. So it seems like this is going to happen. All the flavors are going to come together and everything else.
Yeah.
The other great thing, I know we're talking about the recipe card and everything else. So with Clove Chef, the reason that we really want to...
next to go to the next step.
Wait. The reason we really want to get people to start cooking with Clove Chef is because it's a very hands-free experience. So, you know, again, you'd have to tap and swipe. There's a lot of apps out there that basically kind of force you to tap and swipe. This is very hands-free. It's very conversational. And it really allows you to really navigate through the recipes back and forth, which we're going to demo a little bit later on. But, you know, we are really looking for people to start cooking with this. And like I said, it's very easy to really start cooking just by saying, you know, Alexa, open Clove Chef. That's really it.
Welcome back.
There we go.
Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off. Okay, now it's time to add a few spices to it.
Okay.
Add the 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon coriander, half a teaspoon turmeric, 1 teaspoon garam masala, and finally half a teaspoon pepper powder as well.
All right, so like we said, you've making it very convenient for them to basically just open up the bag, throw it in there, and it's all together, correct?
Yeah, well, the way we break up our spices is if it's all going in one step,
yeah,
we generally try to pack them together. Now, we don't do that for chili powder, for instance, because we know that you'll probably want to add more or less depending
the spice
on your
level
palate.
and everything else.
So, for instance, same with the pepper. Again, you know, a lot of people assume that you have pepper at home, but the pepper that we send you is probably more fresh than the little can that you have.
Right.
And also, it's since it's so specific to this recipe, the Malabar Coast, we just want to make sure that we're sending you quality ingredients that really you'll be able to taste the pepper a lot more in this
to
now.
the next step by saying, Alexa, open Clove Chef.
So how spicy do you like your food?
I like it spicy.
Okay.
What about you?
It depends. I think different ethnicities have different levels of spice. So I know Indian cuisine is really spicy. So I try and experiment and see how much I can really take before I dive in fully. But I trust you. I'm sure this is going to be great.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, you know, a lot of people assume that like most Indian dishes are very spicy, but there are a lot of dishes like in Kerala. They have a dish called moili, which actually doesn't have a lot of spice, and it was actually made for some of the foreign settlers who came in and, you know, didn't want like a very spicy curry.
So it's got training wheels.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, here's a curry
Indian food with
a
training
lot
wheels on
of
it.
Coconut milk in it that isn't very spicy, but it's got all of those amazing aromatic flavors from the curry leaves and the mustard seeds and everything like that. So you'll still get all of that punch, but you know, you can eat it without burning your taste buds.
Okay, it seems like it's simmering. Let's see what's next. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress.
Smells really good.
Yeah,
Let us continue from where we left off. Let's add some salt to taste and cook for 5 minutes.
Okay, so a little salt.
So I like
Or cook until the tomatoes break down.
Okay.
You can ask to open Clove Chef when the tomatoes have broken down.
Okay, great.
Cool.
So I like using kosher salt. I don't know about you.
Okay.
We sometimes indicate specific amounts of salt to add, and we always assume that it's kosher salt. If you don't have kosher salt and you use table salt, just remember to use half the amount, because table salt is a lot saltier than kosher salt is.
Kosher salt's got a lot more texture to it. I think it's easier to manage the amount of salt you put in there.
Yeah.
But also, you know, I just like it just because it adds a little bit more flavor, just like you said, to everything else.
Exactly. So while this is simmering down, why don't you tell me a little bit about how you guys started? Like, tell me the history about Clove Chef.
Yeah, so Clove Chef started a little bit over 2 years ago, I would say. So the CEO basically kind of came up with the concept in the sense that it came out of necessity. I think it was the way the story was described to me was there was one afternoon that he was making coffee, and he drinks milk with his coffee. And as and this happens all the time, once you heat milk in a little pot, it overflows and really makes a big mess,
I've done that so many times.
So I think everyone's done that.
Yeah.
So basically he said, well, why don't we come up with just a tool that really helps to monitor that temperature so those things don't happen. So we started with basically as a hardware tool, as a knob, if you will, that you could plug into your stove, and then kind of helps to really manage that temperature for you so those things don't happen. And once we kind of really started experimenting with that, we really, saw a little bit bigger of opportunity to really, not just help monitor people and their cooking, but also teach them how to cook or show them how to cook in a very more natural way. And that's where the voice aspect of this product really came out. So, the same way that, if you go to culinary school, you went to culinary school, correct? Right?
Yes.
So it was an instructor really telling you how to do things and what to do step by step.
Yeah.
Very naturally. And after that, you kind of like, he tells you how to do it. You kind of get it ingrained in your mind how to really, execute these dishes step by step.
Right.
And then they show you technique and everything else. So basically, with Clove Chef, we said, okay, what if we just went all in on voice? Instead of doing an app, which is a tap and swipe thing, like I said, no one really wants to cook and get their fingers dirty and tap your tablet or whatnot.
Yeah.
So we really want to do very natural learning language in the sense that, okay, step by step, we'll take that recipe, break it down, exactly like you're experiencing right now, help you to navigate through the recipe. You could say, what's the next step? What was the previous step, just in case you skipped it or not. And that's where it kind of turned into this more of a cooking experience we wanted to do. Just as much as the knob was, okay, let's make sure that the milk doesn't overflow.
Right.
This is kind of like, let's just make sure that this recipe anyone can execute and cook at home, no matter what level of cooking experience you are, and really focus on that. So right now, we're in we have a beta out there. So, we're available, like I said, on the Alexa platform, and basically you can, like I said, all you need to do is, say those magic words, open Clove Chef, and you're kind of there. So right now, like I said, we're in the beta format. We're trying to get a lot of feedback, which we have gotten a lot of feedback. So one of the major things that we did recently is, like I said, go all in on voice. Really, get rid of any interaction with any app or anything like that, and just say, really focus on what the steps are verbally versus anything else. So we added chef tips, like I said, which a lot of things we've heard of and everything else. So we're looking to get a lot of feedback from y'all.
Mario, there is a question.
Yeah.
Can you go back and forth or skip a step?
Yeah, you can. Very naturally, let's say, I think like I said a little bit earlier, is, you have the ability to really navigate through the recipe. So if you, didn't hear some step, you could say just repeat. If you want to just skip a step, just say skip step or next step. Very naturally as far as navigation. We wanted to make sure the navigation was very easy to do. When you're looking at a recipe card or a cookbook, you're always looking back to really monitor where you're at. And, through natural language, this just makes the experience a lot better.
Yeah, I like that she, I don't have to worry about figuring out where I am in the recipe.
Yeah.
We could, know that this is going to cook for 5-10 minutes. I could be doing something else. I could come back and then just pick it up right away because I can just ask what's next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that.
And the other thing I would say is, given that, we're kind of doing this, this cooking session with you, meal kits is kind of the industry we're really trying to work with. Given that, you guys provide a service in which you give the recipes that have been tested and everything else, but also the ingredients that have been portioned and everything. So for us, it's very easy to take those recipes, take those ingredients, and transcribe them into voice. And literally, you have everything you need at home. You have the ingredients, you have the recipe, and now you have voice. Someone actually tutoring you and really showing you how to do the cooking yourself
Right.
very easily. So.
And I think that's like one of the reasons why we really came together to do this and enhance each other's experience.
Yeah.
Is because I think our goals are the same, which is we want people to cook at home more. The more you cook at home, the more you experience not just the flavors that you love, but you're also experiencing potentially a little bit of culture.
Yep.
It's a way you can actually enjoy, the process. You're cooking with somebody, you're talking to them. You're forgetting a little bit about what you did that day or what you have to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can just focus on, is my dish ready? You know?
Yeah. It seems like we have a question,
Yeah,
right?
hey guys. So just a question for Global Belly.
Yeah.
What additional types of meal kits does Global Belly offer? Is it only Indian food?
No, so we actually we started with Indian food, like how you guys kind of evolved, from the knob to more of a different product.
Yeah.
So did we. We started at Saffron Fix, and we focused only on Indian food and providing this sort of service for that cuisine. And then we soon realized that Indian food is not the only international cuisine that has this problem of accessibility to authentic, tried and tested recipes, as well as hard to find ingredients. So we just launched Global Belly only 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
And,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah.
And we offer both Indian and Thai cuisine kits. And we're planning to expand to offer even more cuisines.
Right. Hence
And-
global. You want to
hence
conquer the
global,
globe.
exactly,
Do you
because
know, like, is there a sneak peek of what the next region or anything like that?
I can't tell you what the next cuisine is going to be.
Okay.
It is a secret.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you is that when we pick the cuisines, we try to focus on what are the cuisines that people really truly enjoy, very popular.
Okay.
But maybe there's something holding them back from making those authentic recipes.
Which is like ingredients.
Accessibility,
Yeah.
accessibility
yeah.
to authentic ingredients. A lot of the time, if you want to cook an Indian cuisine, you'd have to go to, or any international cuisine, you'd have to go to 3 or more different grocery stores, and that's only if you live somewhere in the vicinity of, an
Like a
Asian
big city or
market.
something like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can find the products online, but that's assuming you have a really good recipe to begin with.
Okay.
So what we try to do is give you everything. We give you the authentic recipes. We provide you whether you want all the ingredients in a meal kit or whether you just want the spices and the rice and things like that in our pantry kits.
Okay. Cool.
And if you're like, you've cooked a bunch of our recipes and you're like, I love fenugreek seeds. And you want to just buy fenugreek seeds or mustard seeds
Mustard
to
seed,
add to, like I said, toss with vegetables and enjoy it in a different way. You can also purchase the whole ingredients on our marketplace.
Okay. Well, seems like everything's cooked down
I think
properly,
it's ready,
right?
yeah. So the tomatoes have totally broken down. This is what we call a masala. It is the base of basically what makes the curry.
Okay. So let's see what Alexa's got us. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off.
Smells good.
Have the tomatoes cooked and broken down?
Yes.
Great. Now reduce the heat to low. Stir in 160 milliliters coconut milk.
Oh, I should have prepped that for you.
Oh, well, the
And
good
half a
thing
cup
about
of
these
water.
coconut milks is they have a little tab. So
Okay.
I don't even need a can opener for this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, one thing I did want to bring up, people on Facebook Live now, if you have any recommendations of where Global Belly should start menu testing, what are the regions, it'll be good to kind of get your feedback and what should be the next step for them. So if you're on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, put in your suggestions where they should start really focusing their recipes on next after these two.
Please. We would love to hear from you. We'd love to know what cuisines you have a hard time finding ingredients to and recipes to, and it's always it's always great to hear from our customers and find out
Do
what
you
their
want to
needs are.
proceed now?
Yeah, speaking of which, I have a question for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Let
How
me
many
know
cuisines
once
will
you are
Global
ready
Belly
to
go to
proceed
offer?
to the next
And
step
how soon
by
will they be
saying
on Clove
Alexa.
Chef?
Open Clove Chef.
Hold on. Say that again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. How many cuisines will Global Belly grow to offer, and how soon will they be on Clove Chef?
Well, all of our current recipes for Indian and Thai are on Clove Chef.
Yep, right now.
So if you purchase any of our products, you'll receive a code, and you'll be able to cook that recipe with Clove Chef right away.
Yep.
The boxes that go out next week, actually, they're going to have the first codes on them.
Right.
So
And
we'll be excited to see how many of our customers get to experience Clove.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, we're really trying to show you kind of like the cooking experience and everything else. Not only that, but we really want you guys to really start cooking next week. We're offering a free spice kit called courtesy of Global Belly. To get you guys going, all you really need to do is go on the Global Belly website. We're going to release a code in a little bit once we start plating this meal. And then you guys can go online, Global Belly, put in the code for the meal kit, the spice kit, and they could probably get their food next week, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You'll be receiving one of our pantry kits, which is chips nationwide. It has all the hard to find ingredients pre-portioned out. So things like Kashmiri chili powder, coriander, cumin, turmeric, garam masala, dried fenugreek leaves, like I mentioned before, shallots, cashew paste, basmati rice, things like that. That way you can, take the kit.
Ooh, cool.
You can cook it on using Clove Chef, and you can give us some feedback on our products.
Okay. All right, so we added everything, so let's see what's next. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off. Now, allow it to simmer for 15 minutes.
Cool.
You can stir occasionally until the sauce thickens slightly. You
It's
can
pretty
ask
thick
to open
now.
Clove Chef when the sauce has thickened.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
You
now.
think it's good there?
because it's a larger pan, right? So
Yeah,
it's
it's reduced a little bit faster.
reduced faster.
Okay, let's do the next step. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe
good.
is in progress. Let us continue
Has
from
the
where
salt.
we left off. Okay, now
Little bit
let's
more.
bring 5 cups of water to a rapid boil in a separate large pot.
Okay, so for we're gonna put a little TB magic, and we're gonna make rice, which already we pre-made. So we're gonna skip these steps. So you kind of a good way of really showing you how easy it is to go to the next step. Alexa, next step.
Let's wash and drain 1 cup rice.
Alexa, what's next?
Has the sauce simmered and thickened slightly?
Yes.
Add the washed rice to the boiling water. Cook for 8 to 10 minutes until the rice is elongated and fluffy. Chef's tip: to check if the rice has been cooked as desired, use a fork to take a few rice grains and then gently press them between your fingers to see if they're soft enough. You can ask to open Clove Chef when the rice has cooked.
Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off.
Let's taste it.
Has the rice cooked and elongated and is
Beneath
fluffy?
myself.
Yes.
Now it's time to stir in the
That's
paneer
good.
cubes into the sauce.
All right.
All right, cool.
Cook it for 5 more minutes or until the paneer has been soaked well in the sauce before removing from the heat. Chef's tip: you are your best judge, so taste it to know if the paneer got some sauce flavors, or else you could cook for some more time. You can ask to open Clove Chef when the paneer is cooked.
So, all right. So give us the lowdown on paneer. What
Yes.
exactly is it?
Okay, so paneer is a type of cheese. It's completely vegetarian cheese. A lot of people don't realize that. Some cheeses are made with rennet, which is an animal byproduct.
Yeah.
But paneer is actually made, in a variety of ways. You can boil milk and then curdle it with lemon juice or vinegar, or actually yogurt, and then they take the curds, they strain all the way out, and they press it. And there's different forms of paneer. The fresh paneer, is a little softer, a little bit more crumbly, kind of similar to ricotta. And if you continue to kind of press it down and kind of mold it, you'll be able to cut it basically into kind of a like a cheese form.
So the moisture comes out of it, so it's a little bit more like a cakey type thing.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's very similar to something. It's like a soft. I would say it has the bite of sort of like a soft mozzarella.
Okay.
But it stays in its form, so it won't melt.
Doesn't melt and
Yeah, it doesn't
turn
melt.
into glue.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't turn into
Great.
glue. So that's why you can actually cook this cheese in curries, like Saag paneer and like Malabar, in this Malabar curry, because it will just kind of soak up the flavors.
Okay.
But it'll stay, in a solid form.
Great. So
So,
Yeah.
Hey, we have another question from some of our commentators watching.
Okay.
Is Clove Chef going to be offered in languages other than English?
So right now we are in the North American region via the Amazon skill set. So basically we're in US and Canada, but later on, we're actually trying to really extend this to, worldwide. So UK, I would say, Europe and Australia, India, we're already in India. So we're really trying to extend this into, make this a global cooking experience for everyone. So good question. All right, so we're gonna get this up to temperature.
Yep.
So
And that's the other thing is you don't once you add the paneer in, it's fairly quick after that. You're just basically allowing the paneer to kind of soak up the flavors.
okay,
And then once it's heated through,
right.
the dish is ready.
Okay, so it's really we have the rice and then we have the paneer curry and that's it.
That's it.
Wow, that's pretty good, pretty easy.
Yeah.
So let's also talk about I know we talked about the spice kit before and everything else. So where can you order from if you want the full meal kit?
Right. So all you have to do is go to globalbelly.com, and you can have a choice of whether you want to cook Indian or Thai, or you could get a mixed box that would have Indian and Thai in it. And we ship our meal kits right now across the Northeast. So we cover about 21 states in the Northeast region.
Okay.
You'd get a box. We deliver every week, but it's completely flexible. So you can choose a delivery frequency that works for you, whether it's once a month, every 2 weeks, or you could just buy a single box, an a la carte box.
Okay, so the fresh stuff, which we got today,
Yeah.
you do, the Northeast region,
Yeah.
and then the spice kit, obviously, you can get.
Spice kit, we ship nationwide.
Okay.
And that, you just go to the bazaar page on globalbelly.com, and you'll see a variety of Indian pantry kits as well as Thai pantry kits to make some of your favorite international recipes at home.
Okay, cool. Another question? Yeah.
Yeah, we got another question. So, do either of your companies offer alternative recipes or ingredients in case somebody had an allergy?
Yes, actually, so that's actually a great question for a couple of reasons. One is the benefit of cooking at home is that, yes, everything can be customized. So a lot of, the reason why also we launched Thai cuisine is it's extremely vegan friendly as well as gluten free friendly, and we know that that's important to a lot of people. 50% of the recipes that we offer on our meal kits are vegetarian.
Wow.
It's a big thing.
That changes a lot of things. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Also, a lot of people, with international cuisines like Indian and Thai, you can be cooking extremely authentic in recipes without having to sacrifice flavor or creativity, because of an allergy or a dietary restriction. We try to give suggestions as well. If you wanted to turn this into a vegan dish, instead of using paneer, you could use tofu instead, because the creamy element is coconut milk.
Of course.
And so we try to give alternatives where we can, and I think that's a great benefit that Clove Chef brings.
Yeah. So with Clove Chef, the other aim was, going back to like the cooking experience. We want you to be able to cook your food and, giving your dietary restrictions and preferences, all that. So what Clove Chef does is over time actually learns that looks like you're looking at vegetarian dishes or vegan dishes and actually suggests that for you in the beginning versus you trying to sift through hundreds of recipes and whatnot. What we're trying to do is really get you to cook more and getting you the recipes that you want sooner. But also, let's say, you want to do something gluten-free on the fly. It'll change the recipe for you on the fly to really take out all those ingredients that are gluten and suggest other substitutions as well. So it should naturally say, okay, if you want a vegan dish, take
Right.
this ingredient and we'll add this one instead.
Or a lot of people don't know that soy sauce may have gluten in
Yeah,
it, so
absolutely.
you suggest tamari instead. Or
Right,
something like
right,
that. Yeah.
exactly. So, with Clove Chef, we want to make sure that we have those substitutions available so that way you can get faster easier cooking at home more than anything else. So, so how are we looking?
Awesome. Let's play.
Okay. Let's see what Alexa has us do. Open Clove Chef. Alexa, open Clove Chef.
Welcome back. Malabar paneer curry recipe is in progress. Let us continue from where we left off. Has the paneer been soaked well in the sauce?
Yes.
Awesome. You're almost done. Just fluff the hot rice and serve with Malabar paneer curry.
All right. So I got your rice over here.
Okay.
So I'll let you plate since, you know, you kind of made the meal. I don't want to mess it up.
Well, there's different ways you can plate, you know, Indian food, especially when you're serving a curry with rice. I like to do a mound of rice and then put the curry on the side.
Okay.
So you can kind of, with each bite, you can kind of scoop a bit of rice and scoop a bit of the curry with it.
Okay.
If you're someone who likes to plate it, you know, putting the rice right at the bottom and then pouring the curry right on top,
Okay.
that's cool too.
I like my rice curry sauce.
Oh yeah.
Like a mountain.
A mountain? Okay,
Yeah.
we can make that happen for you.
While we have more
Want to
questions?
Proceed now?
Yes.
Hey, Mario, we can also
Hold on.
talk about.
Thank you for cooking with Global Belly. Enjoy your homemade meal.
All right. So we're gonna do that. Question? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, can you also talk about how we can enable buying the pantry kits and meal kits while you're cooking as well? So you could ask to add that towards the end. We are going to come out with those options where you can just say, I want this pantry kit to be added to my shopping list and get it done.
Yeah.
That's true. Like while you're cooking one of our dishes,
Mhm.
you may realize, you know what, I want to cook this again,
Mhm.
or I think my friend would really like this. I should order her something. So then I guess you could prompt Clove Chef, right?
Yep,
To-
exactly. So what we're trying to do is also make it more convenient for you to order these meal kits at home while you're cooking, after you cook, and basically put it in your shopping cart. So since we're connected to Amazon, so any products that are on the Amazon Marketplace, you could literally put into your shopping cart right away. And then once you get the meal kit yourself, activate Clove Chef, and then you're ready to cook. So now that we got everything plated.
Yeah, that's right.
Now that we're gonna enjoy this meal, but before that, we want to give you the code.
Yeah.
So the code is Spice Kit. Very all caps, one word. So how can they get their Spice Kit then?
So you go to globalbelly.com. You can go to the bazaar and you can pick either an Indian or Thai pantry kit. And all you have to do is in the checkout, you use Spice Kit, all caps, and the pantry kit will be on us.
Cool.
Hey, so
Yeah.
one more question.
Yeah.
A lot of meal kits require you to get subscriptions. Is that the same for Global Belly?
No, you do not need a subscription to purchase a Global Belly kit. As I mentioned earlier, you can buy just one box and try it out and see if you like it. Or maybe you want to do like a special dinner or a special date night, and you feel like this could be like something interesting, to sort of mix it up. It's a great product in that way. We don't require you to have a subscription.
Yeah.
We do offer them though for convenience.
Right.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah?
You're right about the seeds. Everything like cooked down really nicely.
Yeah.
That cheese like holding its form.
Yeah.
But not. I mean, I think it's a little. It's great how it's kind of the mixture of a little melty, but also a little bit of texture to it. So.
And you'll see this dish is actually not very spicy. We didn't add any chili powder or green chilies to it. It's really the pepper
Yeah.
that is giving you really the only little bit of heat.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, it's one of the more milder curries.
Okay, so we're actually going to be doing a lot more of these cooking demos. We'll probably do another one with y'all and see what other type of recipes, maybe a Thai one next time.
Yeah, and let us know, in the comments, let us know if there's a particular recipe that you guys want to learn how to make or want to see.
So
And-
there's a question, how many recipes do you have on Clove Chef?
Wow. We got a couple hundred right now. Like I said, we're in the beta form right now. We're trying to really onboard a lot more meal kit recipes as well. So I know a lot of people out there order meal kits, and you guys have your pick of the litter as types of meal kits. This is a very amazing one. I mean, with all the varieties and cuisines and flavors, like I think this is really up there. But you know, we're really trying to focus in on making it a little bit more convenient for you, not just to order the meal kit, but also really cook at home and, you know, have those all ingredients in there, the recipes in there, and everything else. Yes?
Hey, another question. Does the recipe specify like a portion size, like how many people it's supposed to serve?
Mm-hmm. It does. So when you order, let's say if it's a meal kit, obviously they'll give you the portion size, but also through Clove Chef, it'll let you know, what the portion size is, and eventually what we want to get into is adjust that portions for you if you want to do 6 versus 10 versus 2. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, how can we have that now?
You guys want to try this?
You guys want to try them? Okay.
So keep following us and Global Belly on all your handles and everything else for more cooking demos. Also, Spice Kit is a magic
Remember,
word.
we're only giving 50 out for free.
Oh, that's right.
So
Forgot to say
first
that.
50 people get a free pantry kit. So go there quickly and,
Cool.
and grab it before it goes.
And go to clovechef.com to learn more about what recipes we have on there. We're probably going to do another cooking demo with other offers and deals and all that stuff. And then literally you could play around with it right now if you Amazon Alexa. And then, say the magic words, which is open Clove Chef, and see what we got. Check it out. Give us feedback. That's it.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, email. You can email us at hello@globalbelly.com or hello@clovechef.com. And yeah, we look forward to hearing from you.
Cool. Well, enjoy. Happy cooking. Yeah, let us know what you think. Thank you, everyone.
Get some of the stuff.